Yo, what is going on, everybody? Just got the video and screen recording started, and what we're about to dive into is how you guys can potentially cop the Kobe 8 MAMBACITA, which is going to be hitting sneakers very, very soon on May 1st. So definitely wanted to get this video out today so you guys have a little bit more time to take in this information, kind of understand the drop. It is going to be via a draw, I believe. I'm going to correct or make sure I'm correct on that really quick. Yeah, okay, so via a draw, got that part right, but we're going to get into the rest of the video. Already got the screen recording up. If y'all want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, don't forget there's a few days left on the military blue giveaway. Just go to my pinned reels and you guys can enter right there. And there's also, a couple other posts, stuff like that I got up here so you guys can check that out. I'm always buying, selling, trading on my story, so hit me up. I'm always doing business. But that's all I really need to say. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more content like this if y'all just enjoy how-to cops, release info stuff. That's what we do here on the channel. Tons of shorts and regular videos about that. So hope to see y'all here more often, and why don't we get into it? So first things first, about the Kobe 8 Proto MAMBACITA. As you guys can see, we have an $190 retail price, and again, May 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now, you're going to have 10 minutes to enter, so keep that in mind. Get your friends, get your family. Make sure they have, that 10 minutes so they can enter that drop for you, because obviously, again, the more entries you put in for a release like this, the higher odds you are going to have of hitting. That's simply what it is. When it comes down to draws, it's an accounts game. So basically, how many sneakers accounts do you have? And try and enter on all of them. That's the basis of what I'm getting at. Now, depending on how many accounts you have, you're going to have to, jig your address, stuff like that. I can make a, separate video on that. You can also check out some of my 2023, like sneakers, how to cops. I think I did that at the start of this year also for 2024. If not, I'll definitely make an updated version to that. But some of that info is useful if you're running like a ton of accounts. But if you're only doing like a few manually, you don't really need to worry about that too much. It more or less comes down to like the payment method you're using, which you don't want to use like a, for example, a debit card on, like 3 or 4 accounts. You can use like a credit card on a few, but debit, it just gets a little riskier because that's Nike actually like, charging the money you have on your account. Credit's a bit different, like you have a line, and y'all understand that, you know what I mean? So it is a bit different. But aside from that, do not forget there's also going to be grade school and preschool sizes dropping. I think the grade school ones will be a bit profitable. I don't think the preschool ones will be for anybody that's just interested in the resale on them. Obviously the men's, I mean, go look at literally any Kobe right now. Of course these are going to resell, not even a question. I mean, the Venice Beaches with 180,000 pairs recently, are flipping pretty solid. So, I mean, these are probably going to have like half of that at max, because it's a MAMBACITA pair. I think they'll keep it a little bit more limited. Won't send it to like all the locations that they normally do. There won't be as many online raffles. So, kind of understanding that, I think the prices will be a bit higher on these. But aside from, the basic drop time and, the main location, sneakers, May 1st, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So, West Coast, make sure you're up at 7 because, they don't drop it at 10 for you guys. You all have to get up early for us. So, yeah, sorry. But aside from that, let's just discuss the resale prices on these right now, because again, I do think these are going to be dropping in price a decent amount over the next week or so, considering that the drop is on the way, and there probably will be a couple other raffle locations that post this pair. Now, I have noticed that a lot of the online raffles that were originally posted for this pair, like I think on sites like APB, Social Status, a couple other locations, I think those ones have closed at this point. They were open a little bit earlier. Obviously, some locations that were getting this pair have backdoored them. I don't think Foot Lockers are getting these, nor Hibbets, so like the recent Venice Beaches, they aren't getting these, because again, it's going to be a little bit more limited of a pair. Comes with, a little bit of like a special box. I believe it's like a white box. It has like, the MAMBACITA logo they normally use on. I'll try and pop up like a picture of that box right now so y'all can see that. So, it has some special details to it, right? So they're not going to be able, to produce that in as big of a bulk amount as they normally would, because they got the regular Kobe boxes on deck, but they got to make unique ones for this. So I think that takes them a bit more time. Going to be a little bit more limited because of that. My personal resale prediction on these, I'm just going to put it out. I'm going to say $300 to $400, and I think some of the really small sizes, and along with some of the bigger sizes, 11 plus, those are going to be the ones closer to 400 realistically. Like again, 12, 13, 14, 11 and a half. Some of the more common, like hooper sizes, yeah, those are going to be the ones that go for more, because actual like basketball players and people that are going to want them to hoop in are going to wear them. But obviously, I'm not saying I'm a size 9. We hoop here, so I'm not saying that if you're a 9 or 10, you don't hoop, right? I'm just saying more commonly, I notice a lot of my hoopers got some large ass feet. So aside from that, another thing that I can mention about these, we gave a resale prediction, $300 to $400. Some of the really small sizes will go for really high just because they won't make any of them. Some of the big sizes will go for high because there's going to be bigger demand for them. But they also, they don't make as many of the 11 and 12s, which I've never understood that. But, sometimes they'll mass produce like size 13, which it's like, okay. But hey, Nike has data. They understand it. It works out most of the time for them. So I mean, I'll leave it to the experts per se, right? But yeah, sometimes it's weird where they produce a lot of stock on certain sizes compared to others. For example, Travis Fragments. Go look at the prices for a size 13 versus a 12. I mean, it's $1,000 difference. It's a one size, you know what I mean? Like, it's very weird. Like, why does 13 go for 1,000 less? I feel like that'd be harder to find. But yeah, aside from that, that's off topic. Again, we can look at the grade school prices right now. This is why I was mentioning I think these will flip. Oh God, don't tell me my screen recording froze. Oh man. All right, sorry about that, guys. We got another screen recording started. My one literally just froze and died on me. But yeah, we got the resale prediction. Hopefully all that you guys can see there. The sales are pretty decent on the men's pair too. Like, I think there's been a couple hundred at this point. Yeah, okay, so 36. That's not like crazy. Is that just for one size? No, that's for all. So yeah, we have about 30, 40 sales on StockX right now. Probably like 50 or 60 on GOAT, because keep in mind GOAT lists pairs, like early pairs, before anybody else, so they probably have a little bit more sales going on there. But yeah, for the grade school ones, you guys can see these aren't flipping like crazy right now. I mean, at 150, it's a 120 retail price, so it's a bit risky. That's one of the main things I want to say about the GS pair. I think going for it and just maybe putting them away, forgetting about them, holding on to them for like a year or two, I think that's a good idea. I encourage that with a lot of these, like, special sneakers that they put out, for example, like this pair. They will be a little bit harder to find in like GS sizes down the line, because people just aren't thinking about like going and buying GS pairs right now. They're just like, oh, I'll be able to pick up a pair of those down the line. But hey, it may come out that they're going to make a bunch of the men's pairs, but there may only be like 13,000 or 20,000 of these. That happens sometimes, and it ends up allowing the GS pair to make a lot more progress down the line. So I would just keep that in mind. You might be able to get these really close to retail soon. I might just get a couple, put them away, forget about them for like a year or two, because this obviously isn't a pair that they're going to restock and do again over and over, because it's limited, doing it on Gigi's birthday, so it has some special meaning to it. So that's what I can leave it at. And yeah, I think both are good long-term options, but you just kind of got to wait for the prices to drop. So just give it a couple weeks. You've noticed a lot of the recent Kobe's over the last couple months, like, you can wait a bit before you buy them, because they actually drop in price, and then you can get a little bit of a better deal just once the hype after the release is kind of dropped off, and once most people got their pairs in hand. Hopefully that makes sense. But aside from that, again, if we go to Raffles sneakers right now, there's not many Raffles for these. We got Undefeated, a couple other places like in the Philippines, some like pickup locations. But yeah, there's 2 locations in the US, Titan and Undefeated, basically, for the raffle for this pair. And this one has actually already closed, but I think this one is still open at the moment. So there might be a couple other raffles that'll get posted, but most of them have already closed at this point. I'm sorry that I didn't put this video out earlier. This is mainly just kind of discussing like the sneakers draw, which again, you're going to want to make more accounts. That is the key to it. So making more email addresses, having some phone numbers, using like a virtual SMS provider, because you just basically need to use the number once to verify the account, right? So just keep that in mind. But I mean, if you are logging out and logging back in a bunch, and that there may be some trouble there with the numbers. But yeah, that's really what I can mention about the resale prices. It'll be an easy flip. I feel like most of us know that all Kobe's have been a good flip recently, especially in 2024. There's just, I mean, they're everywhere. People love them, wearing them casually, wearing them on the court, wherever they can. So I think it's cool. I rock with it. So keep in mind, May 1st, they're dropping preschool, grade school, men's, basically doing the full lineup. And yeah, $190 retail on my men's pair. Hopefully I will hit my size. I don't know, man. It's going to be hard because we don't really have the stock numbers yet. I'm predicting around 80,000, 90,000 pairs, but keep in mind, that's a rough estimate. I will try and pin in the comments whatever it ends up being. But yeah, keep in mind, they could do 40,000, they could do 80,000, they could do 120,000. Regardless, from 40,000 to 200,000, they'll still be hard to cop. Like, they did 220,000 of the reverse Snkrs, and look, those weren't easy to get. I mean, look at the prices on those. So that's what I can mention. If y'all want more content like this, though, feel free to subscribe and like down below, man. Let me know how y'all are feeling, about this release. I'm very interested to hear. I'm always buying, selling, trading on my store here, so you guys can hit me up if you ever want to do business with me. Just see what I got for sale on my story. And yeah, I mean, that's really what I can mention. Don't forget the military blue giveaway. Few days left to enter on that, because I'm announcing that in release day, so just keep that little fact in mind. And yeah, that's really what I can mention to you guys about the Kobe 8 MAMBACITA. Great pair. I mean, I know some people really aren't feeling them, but I think it's a nice sneaker, like a nice tribute to Gigi. And dropping out on her birthday is actually a little bit of a cooler fact. Has a little special box with it. It's nice. It's a good detail, and it's a good shoe. So that's what I can say. But I will end the screen recording there. Thank you, guys. Hopefully I will catch you all in the next video coming soon. Should be tomorrow. I will see you all then. I might do like a video that's a little bit different than I normally do. I haven't really decided. But it's just kind of like, you know, some sneaker news that's, you know, going on in the space right now. There's some weird stuff going on. That's what I'll say. But yeah, that's it. I'm T, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.